Welcome back to Mindset Monday. I hope you had a fantastic day at work today because I know I did. Today we're gonna continue the series that I talked about last week on Think and Grow. In my research, getting ready for this particular live, I came across a unique hack that I would love to share with you. I will do that soon after this quick introduction. Great. Now, guys, have you ever heard of somebody tell you to write down your fears? So today, that's what we're going to talk about. Write down your fear as opposed to go. I was reading the article. It listed about 21 hack. I will definitely put the author on the comment when I post the live on both YouTube and wherever it is that you're watching. It's from the hacktheentrepreneur.com. That's where I found this particular article that I'm sharing with you. I'm only sharing one of the listed hack. I wrote that because I find it very unique. Because most often, as a business person, as a coach, educator, you consistently do your best. Yes, we talk about fear, but we do our best to have the young people, whoever it is that we're working with, to focus on the great things that they need to do. So we talk about fear, but I think we kind of talk about it on a rush past it to get back to the success. So this time around, I said, well, that I thought that was unique comment the author wrote. So I'm going to talk about it today. It said, write down your fears. For those of you who don't know me, I am Dr. Daphne Phillip. I am the CEO and founder of Parallelogram Institute and a creator of leading, inspiring, innovative movement, as well as the Destination You. Wonderful program. I would talk about it more to after my speech this weekend because that's what I'm introducing it. I'm calling it. It's just a fantastic movement that I'm creating, and I can't wait for you to be part of it and to hear about it, to come live it. It's just wonderful. With that being said, what do I do every day? I work with educators that love their job, but they hate it because they're overworked, they're burnt out, and they're underpaid. So I created a fast step program that helped them transition out of the classroom into entrepreneurship, leveraging what they already know so that they can do what they love, control their time, and be paid what they really worth. And I've been an education for 20 plus years, certified math, STEM, and countless other certification because of technology instruction that I have as part of my background. And in a nutshell, yay, this is who I am. Get to know me, follow me everywhere. You're not going to find a perfect version because I really want to show to an extent what does it look like for real when you start something. You're going to get to the six figure, but there's some stuff that you got to go through. And mindset is big, big, big. And like everything else that we do, for real though, I find out in entrepreneurship, it's really big. I'm going to say big one more time. Okay. Next, have you ever heard of someone saying, as opposed to write down your goals, write down your fears instead? Do you really know the difference between failure and you struggling with failure? Have you ever failed in school, on a project, anything that you attempted before? Because it's common to man, right? This one, fear page. I'm reluctant to actually suggest that you write a fear page, and fear is something real that all of us deal with. Because the reason I'm reluctant, I don't want it to become like a journal, like you have a big old book where you spend more of your time listing all your fear instead, and that's all. Well, for some, it might be a good clearing exercise. At least you get to see all the stuff that you are afraid of right in front of you. It's no longer in your head. For some of you, that might be a good exercise. But for others who tend to stay in more the negative side of the world, everything, oh, woe is me, I'm not good at anything. If you're one of those people, I just want you to stay in one page, focus on that one page. Especially if you're going to be an entrepreneur and you're in business right now, you're transitioning within that gray area when you're walking across the bridge, which is what I mean. I'm going to be your guide. So I could make sure that that's not what you need to focus on. Now, The one page. Just list for real what is preventing you from taking action right at this moment, wherever you are. You need to make a decision. What is it that's stopping you from making that decision? List those things. That's why it's only one page, because it's we're looking at present, we're looking at current, immediately, right? After you write it down, I want you to take a moment and step back and look at it. Look at it as if you were your own child. You know, people always talk about the inner child inside of us. So you were the inner child that gave your parents, say, Pop, Dad, I'm afraid of the following things. So I want you to look at it as an observer, not necessarily you feeling it. So now you could analyze what is that you're afraid of. Is it realistic? Is it something that you could solve? Is it something that you need help with? When I get an opportunity, because we're educators, I am going to introduce and talk about how we use zone or proximal development in business. In business, we call that the sweet spot. I'm doing a little bit of research because I want to introduce it in general. So I thought this was the perfect opportunity to talk about zonal proximal development, right? Some things you're afraid of because it's a lot. You don't know if you really need help. Even if you somebody help you, will you be able to do it? So that's real. That's why it's one page. I want you to look at it, figure out, can you fix it on your own? Can you fix it with somebody's help, or is that something you cannot do at all? Do you need to reframe or look for alternative? Okay. And once you figure it out, how can you resolve it? What resources do you need? Who do you need to help you? How much time is it going to take? What's going to be your role? That's the purpose of the fear. That's what the article and the hack the entrepreneur explained when he said write down your fears as opposed to your goal, because your fears sometimes is what really stop us. We achieve the goal, he said, and then that's it. And then what happened after that? But your fear sometimes is the one thing that follows you throughout your life, and from different venue, different project, different scenarios. So it comes along with you. So the better you get to know it and we can make friend with it, solve it, and prepare something to offset that, the better off you will be. So that's why I chose that one hack and talking about it in depth, because I thought it was very interesting. Next is most things or people fail. We hear it all the time. You've heard it before, but when you in it, you forget that. You forget that you fail. You're gonna fail because you're doing something new. I'm doing something new. There's gonna be some aspect of it we're gonna fail because we walking across a bridge from the classroom to business. Yes, we have excellent skill. I have a ton of resources, tips, and I know how, but that's still not gonna guarantee I'm not gonna fail. What if I use? You know how it is in the classroom. You see how young some of our student and some of our staff take a good old fashioned computer program and a tool and mess it all up. Is that they didn't plan on it, but it happens. Get comfortable with that. Two choices always. You either quit, for real quit, or take a deep breath, sit, pause, figure out how you're gonna move forward. Those are the two choices. Again, if you need someone to support you on that journey, find it, because sometimes having some accountability would help you. Me, I love accountability. I have tons of them. I have accountability as a mom. I have accountability as a friend. Now I have coaches as a business owner, because I want to make sure that I'm showing up to the universe with value, that I'm not just showing up just doing silly things. Like there's consequences. I know some people want to live your life, but there are consequences to the choices. I want to make sure I'm saying the right thing, I'm doing the right thing, I'm giving actual solution, not band-aid. So that way the people that I'm coming across, I'm enriching their life, not creating more problems for them, because I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me. Right. I've already been to all the negativity and the failure. Because of that, I don't want to do that to somebody else. So that's why I'm here. Just you have to remember that when you're in the middle of your own failure, you gotta just like, again, I like to pause, breathe, move forward. Always. That's my MO for everything. I always get help. I will make a phone call to my circle, inner circle. Remember, I talked about that last week. You need an inner circle. You need to hang out with people that are winning. You need to hang out with people that are making move, either big business, people ahead of you. I have them people that's making billions of dollars at my phone. Am I there yet? Of course not. Sometimes they say things I don't even understand because they're so far ahead of me, and then they will break it down. But I have that. You should too. Okay, if I could be, I'm volunteering to be that person for you. That's why I'm always gonna ask you to come join my Facebook group. Educators who are transitioning, you're leaving the profession. Great, you already have everything you need inside of you and trained to be successful. If you're looking for somebody to work with, I'm that person. If you're looking for a tribe to join our Facebook group. Okay, because I'm building it. It's new just for educators that are transitioning. I have other one, but this one is specifically for that. So come join me. Next is, I learned that today too. There's, don't struggle with failure. Are you do you recognize the difference between failure and you struggling with failure? I was like, what? When I read that, I was baffled. I'm like, I didn't know there was a difference. So this is why knowledge and you continue to learn. Really, it's fantastic. I love that. Like really. So now I could sit back and see, am I the one struggling with it? If I'm struggling with the failure, then I need to stop. I could make a choice to stop, right? And say, okay, I'm not going to struggle with this anymore. Let's move on. But just saying it doesn't mean it's going to happen. Okay. Failure as a business owner, that's just a part of it. Think about, COVID is new. Of course, we could pinpoint the reason why a lot of business fail or COVID, right? But before, according to the Small Business Bureau, 1 out of 5, or maybe more, 2 out of 5 business fail between 1 to 5 years. So that's inevitable. Does it have to be you? No. Could it be you? Yes. But however, make a plan for it. Know that's gonna be. Look at why people are failing. Look at why it might be a possibility for you to fail, and arrange solution. Have people around you that will walk you through that process. And can you still fail loyally? The answer is still yes. Okay. Making a mistake is part of our job because you are learning. Like I told you, watching me and StreamYard, that's why I'm not necessarily editing it, because I want it to be real, to show that I made mistake. This is the third time today I tried to do this live and it wouldn't work. And I put the wrong date and picked the wrong slot. It was just, again, I paused. I took a deep breath. I took my time, and here we are doing it properly. Am I going to edit it? Not really, because I want you to see the journey of where I am now to where I'm going to be. Because I'm going to be sitting in the audience, watching you being an expert on stage, sharing your news and how you helped 1 million people. And I'm going to have a big smile on my face because right now I'm seeing you, because that's what we're going to do as educators. We're awesome. That's what we do. We win our heart everywhere we go. I'm going to introduce you to some of those educators I'm helping with pretty soon. Just stay tuned. Okay? Don't struggle with failure. Choose not to do it. Lastly, these are your action steps, right? Remember at the beginning, I talked about having a single page of fear. Write down what's preventing you from moving forward right now. Not all the stuff you're afraid of or your entire life. Right now, you have a decision to make. What's preventing you? List that fear. Okay? Then step back from it, analyze it. That's your action step for today. And the other thing is, choose not to struggle with failure anymore, right? Have a plan to move forward if you fail, and accept the fact that you're going to fail, because that's part of the process of you getting better. Right there, I want to say, imagine if your any child or you as a child, when you fall, when you were learning how to walk, and you say, no, I'm tired, I don't want to do this anymore, you'd have never walked. We accept failing as young people all the time, but when it comes to business, when it comes to real life stuff, we just take a back seat. Something changed along the way. Get back being okay. Don't look to fail on purpose, though. I'm talking to those people that are actually working and you doing everything that you can and you showing up your best, you're still gonna fail. Those are the people that I want you to cut yourself some slack, right? It's part of the process, it's part of learning. Myron, which is the book, like I told you, Myron Golden always said, the business, whatever you're learning, it's either working on you as a person or it's working on the business, but learning is working. You just got to figure out which one it is. Okay. With that being said, this is how you get in contact with me via email, info@parallelograminstitute.com. Fantastic. Or, like I said before, join my Facebook group, Teachers, You Are the Boss. Teachers, the world is your classroom. Bring all that gift. Let me show you how to use it to make money. That would be good. Let me show you, because it's not necessarily about the money. If you're going to set something up this time around, you want to set it up in a way you could have freedom to do what you want. That's what we all want, freedom to just get up one day. If you don't feel like working, you just don't. If it's raining, you don't feel like going to work, you don't. If it's snowing, you don't. It's freedom. That's all what we want. So set something up. Let me show you how. Okay, next, you could always follow my YouTube channel. That will the link is gonna be on the description next to the video live. As always, give me a like, comment, share it, and tag me on it. I am still giving away the Mindset Workbook, Think and Grow. For you, the minute you do that, send me an email. I'll send it to you. Okay? Have a fantastic day. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about what? Tech Tuesday. Yes, my favorite part of the world. Until we meet again, my friends, you have a fantastic day.